Have you made a lot of money out of your music?
Money? I mean, how much is a lot of money to you?
Yeah, that's a good question. Have you made, say, millions of dollars?
No.
Are you a rich man?
When you mean rich, what you mean?
Do you have a lot of possessions? A lot of money in the bank?
Position make you rich? I don't have that type of richness. My richness is life, forever.
Good afternoon, ladies and gentlemen. My name is Nathan Richards, and I will be delivering my informative speech on my chosen musical artist. During my informative speech, I will talk about the eventful life of Jamaican musician, songwriter, and singer Bob Marley, as well as how he impacted the world through his music and his Afrocentric beliefs. My three subtopics are Bob Marley's biographical information, the political, social, and religious influences that led to him becoming a singer in the first place, and his death as well as his lasting legacy. Now, according to Britannica.com, Robert Nesta Marley, also known as Bob Marley, was born on February 6, 1945, in the Jamaican town of 9 Mile. Now, not many people know this, but Bob Marley was actually the product of an interracial relationship, meaning that his mother was a black woman, and his father was a white man. Now his father actually left the family when Marley was just a preteen, so he and his mother were forced to move to West Kingston. Now, during Marley's teenage years, you could say that Marley was living in the projects, for he was living in a public housing tenement in Trenchtown. Trenchtown was such a desperately poor slum that it was often compared to an open sewer. Now, fast forward a few years, and Marley finally started his official musical career in 1963, and he did this by mixing the musical elements of ska and rocksteady to create a relatively new genre of music, which is reggae. Now, according to the Rolling Stone article, The Life and Times of Bob Marley, which was written by Michael Gilmore on March 10, 2005, the rough streets of Trenchtown was actually what inspired Bob Marley to write about the pains and injustices that poor people go through on a regular basis. When he was singing, he wasn't really singing because he felt sorry for poor people, or he wasn't singing just about what he saw. He actually lived through the experiences that he was talking about. And Marley felt that one of the chief ways to sing about positivity or preach positivity was through music. Gilmore goes on to reveal that Marley used his authentic personality to talk about peace, love, and political resistance. Now, I will talk about how the political and religious influences that he had in his life. Now, one night, Bob Marley truly believed that he received a divine visitation from the Rastafarian deity or deity-like figure, Haile Selassie. Due to this, he actually was inspired to write songs about the anguish that black people in Africa as well as across the diaspora endure on a regular basis. Now, thirdly, according to the Washington Post article, Bob Marley, A Day of Dread, which was written by Timothy White on March 22nd, 1983, Bob Marley died at the ripe young age of 36 due to cancer on May 11th, 1981. The cancer was caused by a gruesome injury on his foot that was left untreated for too long. He died in the company of his wife, Rita Marley. Now, according to one Rolling Stone article, Bob Marley's 50 greatest songs, his 3 most popular songs were One Love, Buffalo Soldier, and War. Now, all of those songs had themes that revolved around peace, religious devotion, racial justice, and the moral obligation that privileged people have to take care of the downtrodden. Now, all 3 of these songs actually made individual people think about their roles in society. For example, Marley's song War convicted some of its viewers because some of the viewers were in fact guilty of contributing to systemic racism. And also another popular song by Marley, which was Buffalo Soldiers, shedded light on the forgotten contributions of African American soldiers during and after the Civil War. And then finally, Bob Marley, one of Bob Marley's most favorable songs, which was One Love, made millions of people believe that global peace was possible and that global peace was essential to the survival of mankind. Now, during this speech, I talked about Bob Marley's biographical information, the political and social and religious influences that he had in his life that led to him becoming a singer, and his death and his lasting legacy. Now that I am done educating all of you on Bob Marley's life as well as his lasting legacy, do any of you have any questions, comments, or concerns? Okay, so now that I am done, I will finish with my clincher. Whether you believe that Bob Marley was a great man who had the uncanny ability to reach millions through his music, a misguided hippie, or a rabble-rouser, there is no mistaking the fact that Bob Marley was a very iconic man who accomplished much in just 36 years. Thank you all for listening to my speech, and I hope you all have a wonderful day.